Shall I help you? Sakina, shall I help you?
Yes, ma'am.
See, you can see some utensils, right? Then you can see some coins, isn't it? Ma-
Yes,
Mehreen, isn't it? We can see some stamps, yes, some
yes, ma'am.
ornaments, right? All these are what, Sakina? All these are what? All these are sources of history. All these are what? What are all?
Sources of
History.
nutri
Sources of history. Yes? Mehreen? Mehreen?
history. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What? How are these sources of history useful to us?
Ma'am, we can know what is happening.
What is happening? What was happening? Yes,
Yes,
what is happening and what was happening in the previous. Yes, means this event, some some events which have already taken place, which have already occurred. Yes, yes or no?
yes,
And we
ma'am.
and which are yes, and
Yes,
which
ma'am.
are happening in the present. So what we do, we try to recall the date and time, है ना? When Iman, right? We try to recall the date and time when the same type of incident has happened previously. Yes, कुलसुम, ऐसा
Yes,
कोई भी इंसिडेंट पहले
yes,
हो
ma'am.
चुके हो तो what we try to do, कुलसुम, we try to find out when this type of events might have happened in the past. Yes, yes. And
Yes,
so
past.
photographs, yes beta, and so photographs and such detailed information which is given in the past of the events is what is help us to know our history. What does it help us, beta? They help us to
Help
know
us to
our
know our
history.
history.
Yes, for in
History.
this picture, it is shown that a stamp, an
Yes,
idol, a steel, utensils, different types of vessels, right? And various other tools are shown in this picture, right?
ma'am, you tell that utensils means that. Ma'am, utensils means vessels.
So all these things and tools and weapons, whichever we get from our past, we can know our past from that, because as I said you, in that period we are talking of this ancient period, right? Very old period. So at that time we were not there, nor even our grandparents were there, nor even our parents were there, thousands of years before we are talking about, right? So from all these things we come to know about our history. What do we come to know, beta?
History. We know about our history.
Yes, I'll open my presentation and I'll also show you in that, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, can you see my screen, dear students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Clearly.
It's
Okay.
available and clear.
So, sources of
Sources of
history.
history.
We had already seen this, right? That how the historians find out about the past since they were not
Yes.
there. Yes, since they were not there, they must use clues. What do they must have used? Different types
Clues.
of clues. Just like how,
Clue.
yes, just like how detectives do. Yes. Now
Yes.
these clues can be sometimes written, can be visual or physical,
Physical.
right? Actual physical actual objects. Yes.
Ma'am, but how he found that this is too old things?
Huh?
But how who found that historians and detectives? So how
Yes.
know that historians that this thing is oldest?
Yes, they keep these things, they take these things in certain types of laboratories. Okay, certain types of places होते हैं, and then they investigate, they study कि भाई there is a different study for that, है ना? They study कि भाई ये कहाँ से from कितने साल पुराना हो सकता है, उसकी मिट्टी, उसका कॉम्प्लेक्स, उसका सब कुछ स्टडी करते हैं वो लोग, है ना. And then they try to find out, just as how, अगर मैं ईमान आपको बताऊं कि आप किसी डॉक्टर के पास जाओ, है ना, तो डॉक्टर क्या करते हैं, वो स्टडी करते हैं कि यस, ईमान को समझो कि कभी शी हैज अ कंप्लेन कि उसको पेट में दर्द हो रहा है, तो डॉक्टर विल स्टडी यू, दे विल आस्क यू कब से हो रहा है, क्या खाया था,
Yes.
कितने दिन से हो रहा है, कहाँ से कहाँ कहाँ आप गए थे, कितने दिन पहले गए थे, उसके बाद क्या खाया, कौन सी दवाई ली, तो व्हाट आर दे आर ट्राइंग टू स्टडी. यस, अगर पुलिस है, डिटेक्टिव है, तो दे विल ट्राई टू स्टडी कि यस भाई यहाँ पे चोर आए थे समझो, तो एट व्हाट टाइम दे हैड कम, thief had come at what time, what all they took there, what all they robbed from that place, particular place, what was their intention, what was their motive, what was the motive, only to scare the people, or they were really in need of money, how many people might have come to, how many thieves might have come to steal, do the robbery, and all this, they try to study. So historians and archaeologists also do this thing only. They try to find out कि भाई, हाँ, if they have found any vessel, तो भाई ये vessel कोई भी बर्तन है, तो भाई what type of food they might be cooking in that, then
Yes.
what type of grains they might have stored, कितने साल पुराना हो सकता है ये vessel, and all these points, smaller minor points, they will study on that, and then they will finally फाइंड आउट. सी ईमान, मुस्कान, अगर आप लोग, कुलसुम, अगर आप लोग किसी क्या बोलते हैं, लाइब्रेरी नहीं, बट किसी म्यूजियम में, इफ यू विजिटेड एनी म्यूजियम, तो देयर
Yes, I was visited. There was so old things.
हाँ,
Yes, ma'am.
they're down, maybe when for example a bracelet is kept over there, then you might have noticed, okay, that bracelet is of so much old design but still unique, and different, so much old
Yes,
design, and the date and time is written over there. Okay, in this year it was worn by this king and this queen and all this.
I visited in the museum. No,
yes, ma'am.
was
I had also seen
So
some oldest stone.
oldest stone.
yes, so all these things, what they indicate, they tell us about our past. Yes, they tell us about they study, and then they evaluate and find a solution, and then they keep for us. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So such tools and weapons were found, are found. अच्छा, ये चीजें मिलती कहाँ से हैं? That is also a question. See, it is questions. कि what is
Then
it made of?
I was asking that what is this one? The
Yes.
picture was there.
What do you think this object was used for? Yes, we try to find out. Historians are trying to find out कि भाई ये object मिला है, तो what was it used it for? What is it made up of? Which material is used to made it of? Who would have used it? This and why, right? Then why do this answer? What does this answer tell you about the life of that type of object was made? Yes, all such types of
Yes.
questions comes, and then we try to
Param
find
ma'am,
the answers. Now, from where such
Param ma'am,
things? Yes, say.
ma'am, please do that picture
See,
second
now
time.
from where all these tools and poetry things and weapons are found out. See, it is many a times we see that when there is a construction of any building, है ना, तो underneath में या फिर कोई खुदाई, जब digging work is done, at that time under the ground these things are found. Yes, yes. Now all these are what, these are
Param ma'am, what
different
is that
cases.
object?
That object is a different object, it might be used. There are questions, there are different questions. Okay, what is this object, what is it made up of, what was it used for, and all this. Yes, कि ये ऑब्जेक्ट शायद भगवान के पूजा अर्चना में भी यूज किया जा रहा हो, या कुछ और यूज के लिए भी यूज किया जा रहा हो, राइट, दिस वे. Now these are different sources of history we saw in the last class. Yes, this is a coin, this is a
Yes, ma'am.
literature, a book, है ना, then
What
poetry work,
and
ancient building, fort or temple, something, then stone carvings, then
a pot.
different types of potter work, coins, yes, currency, and this is
And
a
what is this?
literature. Yes,
Ma'am.
all these are What they are sources of history. What
History.
are they?
Sources of history.
Yes, all these are different sources of history.
Ma'am,
And
here is
all
what no that uh, left side is what this one.
which this one,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
this is a literature, a book. भगवान की कोई बुक है जिसमें लिखा हुआ है. You can see, wait 1 minute. You can see here picture also, and here down everything is written also, just as how we have a textbook. Yes,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
this might be a book, means a book of people who will write in the other languages, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, what are sources of history?
Archaeologist.
Yes, our ancestors have left behind many things. They serve as evidence to know the past, right? Now you can think of a few things that can tell us about the past.
Past.
Some things, yes, like old coins, yes, many
Yes.
old many old coins made of
Ma'am, we
gold,
see yesterday this also.
yes, gold, silver, copper, and other metals have been found in our country, India, right? Now,
Yes.
yes, can yes, what old coins tell us? What you do if you find some old coins? Yes, they tell us the long back history. What do they tell us? They tell us a history. कि भाई yes, this coin was used in this, तब के राजा ये थे और उन्होंने ऐसे कॉइन बनवाए थे, है ना? So all this tell us about the history. Now after the Tadpatras and Bhojpatras, do you remember? This we
Yes,
started
ma'am.
about stone carvings.
When
Remember?
the Tarpatras and
Yes, ma'am.
Patras insects harm no, so that why they are writing in the stone.
Yes. So what are inscriptions? First we will see that. Okay. In your question answers also I have sent you. What are inscriptions? Yes.
Yes, you had
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What are inscriptions? What are manuscripts also we have sent you, right? So what
Yes.
are, first
cool.
we will see history. You see, history in social science give us the past information about human life, right? As well as animal life, plant life, and everything. Yes. So now, inscriptions. Inscriptions are writings which are carved on the stones or copper plates.
Plates. Ma'am,
Yes.
copper plates.
Yes, they are different types of plates. Okay. Now, writings means what? What will they write on this? They will write, see, suppose for example, Iman is doing me a promise that she will be giving me her, homework on time. She will pay the tax on time. All this. So, what are these? These are her promises. So, different types of promises are carved on the stone. मतलब ये तो ईमान की promise बोल रही हूँ मैं. But there are different promises given by kings to king, है ना? किंग अपनी हिस्ट्री भी लिखेंगे कि भाई उन्होंने ये रजवाड़े पे राज किया था, एंड लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, फॉर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ इयर्स ओल्ड सिटी हैज बीन फाउंड इन कच्छ ऑफ गुजरात. यस.
But for
हाउ डू
a
वी हाउ डू वी नो?
we write in a stone, and in old generation there was nothing pen or
Yes, so they will write on the stone. So what is inscriptions? What are inscriptions?
Inscription are writing carved on stone or copper
writing
plates.
carved on stone or copper plates.
What are inscriptions? Inscription.
Writing carved on
Are
stone
writing
or
carved on
copper
stone or
plates.
copper plates.
It's not crowd, it is carved, okay? Writings carved on a stone or copper plates are inscriptions. Yes, now there are few questions here. Yes, have you ever seen anything inscribed or carved on a stone? Yes, मैंने अभी भी हम कोई हिस्टोरिकल मॉन्यूमेंट के पास जाते हैं ना, कोई भी हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस में, तो वहां पे भी ऐसा राइटिंग्स होता है. Yes, have you ever seen
Yes, ma'am.
anything inscribed or carved on a stone? Then second question is, why would people want to write on stone or metal? पीपल को क्यों लिखना था स्टोन और मेटल पे? बिकॉज दे वांटेड अदर पीपल to know about the history, to know about themselves. Yes, what will they want to write? Who wanted them to be written? Yes, king wanted them to be written, queen wanted to be written. Yes, the government working at that time wanted to be written. Who wanted to them to be written? All these are questions. Yes, so we'll see about inscriptions. Yes, can you see my next slide? Next slides you can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what is written here? Please read. Yes, please read. Sometimes.
Yes, ma'am. Sometime
What is it
orders
written?
from kings were inscribed so that people could read and obey them. There were also records of past events. For example, what happened in a battle.
Yes. So what it is, beta? Sometimes orders from the kings were inscribed. Kings were inscribed means what? Which were written. Which were written. Yes. Why? So that people could read and obey them. So that what, beta? People could read that and obey them.
Obey them.
Yes. Sometimes
Ma'am,
sometimes there were also records written over there. What were there? Records. Records of what, beta? Records of past event. Okay. For example, what happened in a battle and all this. Yes.
why the oldest people do a battle?
See, there are many reasons. Okay, why they do battle? There are many reasons. They wanted to conquer, मतलब के they wanted to rule, है ना? उनको राज करना था, उनको rule करना था. So there are many reasons कि why they might be doing all these things. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
they were also records, okay, of the past events. For example, what happened in the battle. Yes. Then monuments. Monuments मतलब old buildings. Okay. Monuments means old buildings. Okay. See many a times. Okay. Muskan, you are of how many age old?
10.
10 years old. Yes. Iman is of how many years old?
11 years.
11 years old. Yes. So all of you, your age is between 10 to 12 or say 13. Yes. So what it is, beta? You know something about Gandhi Smriti. You know or not?
Yes, ma'am.
In our town, Gandhi Smriti. So before you were born, it was already there. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So again, what is that saying us? It is a historical monument. What it is?
Historical monuments.
Yes. It is.
Historical
Like, ma'am,
monuments.
in
It is.
our India also some monuments are there, like Taj Mahal. So there was a Patel's statue.
Yes. So what it is, beta? Old forts, tanks, temples, mosque, church, and places, all etc. are historical monuments. What are they, beta? They are historical monuments. Yes, they are
Or ma'am,
historical
the
Historical
monuments.
monuments.
Now,
ma'am, the
what?
China's wall, that the great China's wall is oldest or some years ago it's made.
It is a old monument. Okay, it is a historical monument, but it is an old monument. Okay, now Great Wall of China, though, is not in India. It is in China. Okay, and yes, it is also counted in seven wonders. जैसे आपने बोला ना ताजमहल is also counted in seven wonders of world, right? तो ग्रेट वॉल ऑफ चाइना भी उसमें से, और ग्रेट वॉल ऑफ चाइना एक ऐसी वॉल है जो दूसरे प्लैनेट से भी दिखती है, स्पेस में से भी दिखती है ना?
What
इट्स
ma'am?
वेरी
Ma'am, tell me once again.
ग्रेट वॉल ऑफ चाइना जो है, मतलब
Why that wall is too biggest?
यस, फर्स्ट यू म्यूट योर माइक. Okay. ग्रेट वॉल ऑफ चाइना जो है वो दूसरे स्पेस पे जब एस्ट्रोनॉट्स जाते हैं ना, तो वहां से जब फोटो खींचते हैं या देखते हैं ना, तो वहां से ग्रेट वॉल ऑफ चाइना दिखती है. इट इज विजिबल फ्रॉम देयर. So it is a very great thing also, right? And it is a human constructed, right? Yes.
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 What?
Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in world. Em.
वहाँ पे ईमान कितना माइक में से आवाज आता है फ्रॉम योर बैकग्राउंड. देयर इज लॉट ऑफ डिस्टरबेंस, ईमान.
In my house nothing any.
So what question comes to mind when you see a historical monument? Is there a historical monument in your neighborhood? Yes. Then you see this next slide. Can you see this? What is it? What is it used for? What does it show us? Yes, ऐसे क्वेश्चन आते हैं ना जब हम ऐसा कोई पिक्चर देखते हैं. तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन जैसे what is it, what is it used for, what does it show us, है ना. Such type of question comes it in our mind when we see any old things. Yes. Then also a question also comes, how. What does a question come? How? Muskan, what does a question come? How? How was it
How?
found? How was it made? How was it used? Yes, all such question comes in our mind. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Now, who studies the past? Past को study कौन करता है? That we are going to say. Who studies the past? Yes, Muskan, can you read this?
Yes, ma'am. Who studies the past? Those who study the past are called archaeologists. They study remains of old buildings, painting, sculpture, utensils, coins, and bones, which are excavated. Archaeologists are like detectives who use these sources as clues to find out about the past. Collects some old objects, them and find as much information as you can. How much can you guess? How much can you be sure of?
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Muskan. So those who study the past are called archaeologists. Yes. Who are called archaeologists?
Those who study the past.
Yes. जो बीत गया है, जो चला गया है, the past. Yes. Those who study the past are called archaeologists. Okay. Now
Yes, ma'am.
what do they study? They study remains of old buildings. They study remains of old buildings, then paintings, sculptures, utensils, coins, bones, all which are excavated. Excavated means they are found out. Okay, when digging something, खोद काम होता है ना कहीं 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 पे, तो वहां से एक्सकवेट होता है, वहां से फाइंड आउट होता है. Archaeologists are like detectives. What are like archaeologists? They are like detectives.
Detectives.
Yes, who use these sources as clues. What do they use these sources as? Clues. Yes, to find about the past. About what they try to find out?
Clues.
Yes, to find about what, beta? To find
Clues.
about the past. Okay, to study about the past. Okay, is it clear? Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So you see now, you can also do such activity. You can find out some, collect some of old objects. Then you can find as much information as you can of that old object. How much can you guess and how much can you be sure of, right? Yes, clear till here, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what is
No, ma'am.
what is the work of an archaeologist?
Those who study for the past are called archaeologists.
And those
And
who
they
study the
who
past are called archaeologists.
Yes.
and he
Yes.
he's detectives and find the clues.
Yes. Actually, he is not a detective, beta. He archaeologists are like detectives, like detectives. Just a detective also tries to find out no clues, maybe from where this thief had come or murder who had from who might have come and all this. That is the work of detective. No, you might have seen in
Okay.
CID and many other serials.
Yes, ma'am.
तो सेम आर्कोलॉजिस्ट भी यही काम करते हैं. दे ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट कि भाई ये चीज कहाँ से मिली थी, बट देयर वर्क इज डिफरेंट.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, both of them, archaeologists also and detectives also, both of them study the past only. पास्ट मतलब कि जो हो चुका है ना. फॉर
Yes, ma'am.
एग्जाम्पल डिटेक्टिव भी कब 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 करेंगे काम अपना, जब कहीं कहीं पे कोई हादसा हो चुका हो, या सम इंसिडेंट हैज ऑलरेडी occurred. At that time, detectives work, and archaeologists will work when they will find some old monument, old painting, old
Old
sculpture,
something.
coins, bones. Yes, when they
Yes.
will
Yes, ma'am.
find such excavation, only after that they will work, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this way, uh, archaeologists are the person who study the past. Is it clear till here, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So by this we finish this lesson, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Anyone,
ma'am.
anyone, any doubt in the lesson, beta?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Huh? So from today only you start learning this lesson, okay? All the part of
Yes,
this
ma'am.
lesson I have explained you.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So any doubt if you have, you can ask me right now.
No, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. 1 minute, huh, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So once again we will see what are the sources of history. Who will say me the sources, different sources of
Ma'am, can I,
history?
ma'am?
Yes, Iman, say.
Ma'am, the sources of history is like old painting, ornaments, coins, and
Documents,
Patras and Bhojapatras,
Bhojpatras and Tadpatras,
Metal
old
plates,
then
buildings, temples,
Cloudstone.
stone inscriptions, copper plates, all these things, right?
copper plates,
Hmm.
and old stones,
Uh-huh. Apart from
Old
this,
stone,
photographs, yes, different
coins.
coins, photographs, and all these are different sources of history. Yes. Apart from that, see if you remember, we had also talked about newspapers. Yes
Yes,
or